La-di-da. Playing with my marble coaster. Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to Streaming with Steve, where we play with science, technology, research, engineering, art, and math to have super fun. I was just playing with one of my favorite games from my childhood. It's called Mousetrap. I don't know if anybody has ever played it, but if you haven't, I strongly recommend it. It's super fun. And I've been playing with it to research some cool ideas for marble roller coasters that we're going to be playing with today. Because in this game, we take a marble, and as part of the game, if somebody lands in this spot here on the board, it's called the mousetrap area. And there's a mousetrap up here waiting to fall overhead. And if somebody pulls back this rubber band launched boot, it knocks over my marble and it goes through this track, comes up around here, down, hits this ramp, and that guy is supposed to shake the trap and he falls down and catches the mouse. So I've been playing with that and I've been getting some great ideas to share with you guys on how we could make our very own marble roller coasters. So I'm just going to move this aside for now. I'll try and keep it a little bit in view so you guys can keep an eye on it. And I want to talk to you guys real quickly before we get started about roller coasters and what kind of science we think goes behind them. Can anybody tell me anything about energy and how a ball might roll through a roller coaster? Does anybody know the two main differences, two different parts of energy? Well, there's one energy that's stuck. Oh, I see Lola has a hand up. Lola?
I always forget one of them. One of them is gravity, one of them is kinetic energy. And
that's great. Okay, the other one starts with a P, but you're right on track.
I always forget that one.
Very close. Potential. So very good. Potential. That means I have the potential to do something, which means in gravity and forces and energy, something with potential energy has the ability to start moving. It's not yet, it's still. Lola also mentioned kinetic.
I don't have a marble.
And apparently I am muted, I'm sorry. Can you guys all hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Hi, Natalie. So if I take this marble here, right now it has potential energy because I have not let it go yet. Once it starts going, all of the potential energy is turning into kinetic energy. Until it stops, and then once it stops, if it's at the bottom and no more gravity can work, then it has used all its potential and kinetic energy. What we're going to do today is build our own marble runs where you guys engineer something that a marble can roll on for as long as possible and also as fun as possible. So
now it's needed bigger. So
I'm going to show you one more example of a marble roller or marble run. I like calling it a marble roller coaster because not only can we take simple supplies that I'll go over in a minute and make something straight for a marble to roll on, but I can also make something that turns that a marble can go on, like so. So I'm going to teach you how to make chutes and slides. I'm going to show you how to make cool turns and also how we can build a structure to hold the marbles up so that we give them potential energy with gravity. So before we begin, I'll go over the materials that I have and talk to you about some of the materials you might have. So I always, when I am building things, I always have my handy scissors, some tape, whether it's masking tape or Scotch tape, any type of tape will do. I have a whole bunch of cardboard pieces that I found in my recyclable drawer. I have strips of manila envelopes that I like to use. I'm going through a lot of paper towels in this isolation that we're all doing from the COVID-19 virus. So I keep all of my paper towel rolls and bathroom tissue rolls. They're very useful. I also like to keep these handy. For our purposes today, these might be great to add height to our roller coasters, something like this, but I'll show you that, don't worry. I also have some straws. I always like working with straws, and some extra spare boxes around. Boxes are great, especially cereal size boxes that have the thin cardboard, because it's easy to cut and I could use it for many things. For today, I can use it to make height for my roller coaster. I could also use it to cut up and make the actual slides for the marble to follow. So before we get into anything too complicated, I'm going to give you guys all a challenge to work on right now. Okay? I want you to take your materials, and feel free to ask me if you have any problems or questions, but I want you to make something that your marble or ball, whatever you have, can roll for about 10 inches. So 10 inches is about here to here on a ruler, you can see. It's also about the size of a typical piece of paper. So I'll give you a couple hints. The piece of paper that you use, or whatever material you want to use, should be about the length of a piece of paper. And you want to fold it or reshape it in some way, use your own imagination. And you also want to give one side a little bit of height so that we give the marble some potential energy so that it can have kinetic energy. But your creation cannot be held by your hands. Once it's done, it has to rest by itself. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to do that by yourselves. I'll be here listening. If you want and you have a question, you can unmute and ask me. While I wait for you, I'm going to pan my video down to my workspace so you can see me do an example of this challenge along with you. All right. Here we go. Make sure you ask me with any questions. La-dee-dee. Gonna keep my marble right in there. And I'm going to give my paper a little bit strength by making it 2-ply. And then I'm going to ensure the safety of my marble by giving it some walls to keep it from falling off my roller coaster. There's a very important law of motion in science that helps us describe how our marbles will be rolling today. I wonder if anybody knows that law of motion. It was made or developed by a very famous scientist that many of us might know about. If you think you know the name of that scientist or the law of motion that I'm talking about, unmute your microphone and share it with us.
Isaac Newton.
Oh, who was that?
Me.
Yes, who was that? You are absolutely correct. Can you tell us your name, please?
Me. Me.
Hi, who are you?
Hayden.
Hi, Caden. I'm Steve. It's really nice to meet you. So,
Hi.
you're right. You said Sir Isaac Newton, and he developed 3 laws of motion that scientists and people like us use every day when we create things and work with things that move. And his first law of motion is what we're really going to be working with today. And in his first law of motion, he said, every object at rest will just stay at rest, just like this marble. Unless it moves like that, now we have a different part of that first law. So, an object at rest will tend to stay at rest. And then the second part of his law is an object in motion, like this marble, will tend to stay in motion. But both of those things can change if an outside force acts on our object. For example, this marble is staying at rest because it was at rest, but now I have an outside force like this, and it's no longer at rest. Also, an object in motion, like this marble, if it rolls into this ruler, that's an outside force that will change its motion. So in our marble roller coasters, we're going to be doing a lot of Newton's first law of motion. I'm going to get back to my little challenge to do what you guys are doing also. I can just take any object and let's see. From one side of the paper to the other. It works. Awesome. I'm going to check in with you guys now. So, I see Caden looking at the screen as if he might have something ready to go. Do you want to share with us, buddy?
We made a slide that went down from a container to a different container.
Excellent. And how do you have it? You have it attached to the container with tape, is that?
Yeah.
Very cool. And what about the bottom part of the slide? I can't see it. Excellent. Very good job.
It's a milk container.
It's a milk container? Okay, cool. And is that construction paper you used for the slide?
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks, guys. Get ready to start thinking about how to make that roller coaster even better and longer. I'll be right back with you. Hey, Lola, what do you have?
Well, my brother's just getting the ball right now,
Okay.
but we made a roller coaster.
Let's see it.
Well, that's it goes down there and then onto the chair that's right there. I'll show you.
Whoa. Okay.
Let's see, can I get it?
Let's see, Dash.
Okay, Nolan's down.
All right.
And then it went in there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you even made a landing spot for it. I love it. I love it, love it. We're going to get into those also.
Maybe we're going to end the little one over on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I see, I think, who's that there with Amanda Furman? Do you guys want to unmute and share with us? There you go.
Cheerful, because I'm going to send in it too.
Are you guys want to show your slides?
Hey, guys.
I think we're not done yet.
Okay. You guys just take your time and make sure you ask me if I can help, okay? It's okay, buddy. You don't have to be on. How about, I see we have Holly with us. Do you want to share, Holly?
And then it can go around. Because it can go around. Oh, we'll get another chair. Put that there.
Hi, Holly.
There.
I just would have to.
Sorry,
there
I
you
didn't
go.
unmute it. Kellen
There you
is
go.
participating.
How are you guys today?
We're doing great, but the roller coaster builder's in the other room because he needed to. Well, it's just after lunch.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No rush here. We're here to have fun in a relaxed atmosphere. So.
Oh, he's
we'll
got
talk
it.
to you.
I'll show you. He's ready to show something.
Oh, wow! Look at that.
So we've got something in just.
Don't do anything yet. Well, it's another one.
Kevin, when you're ready, they're ready to see yours. Okay. Kristen, jump down.
Okay, I see. While we wait for Holly's brother, I guess yeah, we'll go around. You guys can chime in whenever you want, actually. And Natalie, I see you creating another masterpiece over there. There's this smile, I know. And how is Owen doing? Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes, and in the meantime, I will show you how to make the roller coaster even longer. So, and then I'll get into how we can make turns. All right, so I'll pan down again. So what we're doing usually when we make these, the easiest way is after you have your first little mini roller coaster like we just made, I'm just going to take some masking tape here and officially, instead of holding it with my hands, I'm going to give it its official starting platform. Okay, so you're going to have something like this, whatever it is you made. We had milk cartons, we had bottles, I see boxes, I see empty water bottles. Okay, so I have a tissue paper here, tissue roll. Now, at the bottom of the roller coaster, remember, you're not going to have, it will go past the bottom of the roller coaster like this, but you have officially ran out of the power of gravity here. So usually when we're building these, the best way to make it bigger is to go from the top back. So in other words, we build the roller coaster backwards. So now I'm going to try and think of something that I can make that's a little bit higher than this height, right? A little bit higher than that, maybe only a little bit higher if I don't want my roller coaster to go too fast. So I'm going to find something that's a bit higher than this.
Everybody else has it too.
I have a bottle here, okay? And if I want, I can just take one of my papers or manila envelope or cardboard, whatever I want, and make another chute for my roller coaster. And then after this, boys and girls, I'll show you how to make a turn. Okay, now if I just add this, I can do a little angle here if I want. In fact, I'll do that because that's making it a little bit more fun for me. And there's nothing better than having fun. So I have some tape here. I'm going to make it run into the side here, and then I'm going to tape it right to the edge of my empty water bottle. And voila, I have almost doubled the amount of fun in my roller coaster. Totally cool. Let me test it out now. All right, but I'm gonna take Lola's idea, because when we're engineering with STEAM, it's always okay to see other people's great idea and use it. So I'm going to make a little landing area for my roller coaster now, so my marble doesn't run off on me every time. So thank you very much, Lola, for the ingenious engineering idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a cut.
So I'm actually going to cut a piece of my original model that I showed you guys off, and I'm going to size it perfectly for the bottom of my current roller coaster. And voila, I have a landing stop for my marble. So now I don't have to chase it all over my house when it's done on its ride. Okay, let's see. We always test and evaluate our creations in engineering. So I'm going to do just that with my stopper and see how it works. Perfect. Mission accomplished. All right, how's everybody doing? Does anybody want to share? Owen, let's hear from you, buddy. You just have to unmute, my friend.
I have a hypothesis.
You do? I love you. Owen, go ahead. What's your hypothesis?
If you make a curvy thing and like if you put the wait, can you show me that? Can you show me your roller coaster again?
Absolutely, my pleasure. Okay,
Well,
here I go.
You could put the part that you started around, take off that part, and then put more tape in around, and then it could be a circle.
I love that idea. I'm going to do that right in front of your eyes. You mean wrap around right the bottle? So, Owen, so my coaster kind of goes like this all the way around?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings me to a great idea. I'm going to teach you guys now how to make a turn for your roller coaster. Okay? So I'm going to move this out of the way. And if you guys notice, I have this turn and it's made out of something as simple as a postcard. So if you want, I'll show you how to make it right now. I'm just going to grab an index card. You can use big or you can use small. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to use small right now just because it fits better on your monitor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a straight edge, any old straight edge. I just happen to have a ruler here. And I'm going to draw a line from one side to the other, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to draw lines perpendicular to that. And these ones, you don't have to make it dotted, but I'm making it dotted because I want to show you where I'm going to cut with scissors. You don't have to make these dotted if you don't want, though. And these spaces here don't have to be any particular size. And you'll see why. Because when I cut those dotted lines, I can cut just 3 like I showed you. Or I can even cut an extra one here and there. It's really not going to make a difference, and here's why. Because the turn is this first line I drew, I'm going to fold the paper there. Okay? And now, the rest of these guys, I just kind of turn everything and kind of fan it together. I'm pulling these all together like so. And see what it's doing? It's pulling my little wall into a turn. So now I have this just like this. And before I let go of my fingers pinching it, I want to grab some tape like this. I think we're getting a little fuzzy on the camera there. I'm not sure why. And let me see if I can pan up so we get our good image back. There we go.
Better, way better.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was out of focus there for a minute. So I didn't move my fingers. I still, if you guys want to see again what I did, I folded that first piece up, and then I just took and I pulled together the bottoms of all those tabs I cut one by one.
Daddy, do you like
And
it?
now I'm ended up with a turn with a wall so my marble can't fall. And I'm going to take this piece of tape and tape the fan together. I'm going to need a couple pieces of tape before I let go. And when I do let go, they will be taped into place. And now I can attach this to anything I want. But you're going to have to get a little fancy with your engineering here, because depending on what you want it to turn with, you will cut this inside part to match the size of what you have. So what I have is this creation I started working on with you guys. Let me get the view better for you. Okay, so if I want this turn to go around this bottle, like Owen suggested, I'm going to try and cut this part to match the shape of my bottle and meet right here. So let's see how good I can do that. I'm going to measure about with my eyes here. It overlaps to about there. So I'm going to cut just like this. And I'm going to do a little trial and error here. I'm going to see how well it fits around my bottle. And I like it. I love the fit. I have a little gap in there. Do you see that right here? There's a little gap, but it's not big enough for my marble to fall out. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it because it happened to be a nice fit. Okay. So now I have a half turn around the bottle. I still have to get it going. I'm going to tape this down because it's starting to come up a little bit. You always have to look back and re-secure any pieces that might come loose, because we're adding to the roller coaster, we're giving it more mass, and we're giving it more moving pieces. So we always have to keep an eye on its structural integrity. So let me test this one out now. Not bad. Not bad.
Can I show
We
you?
have a couple minutes
Yeah.
before our halfway mark. So let's go around to everybody and share what we have so far. Anybody who wants to volunteer can go first. Okay. Young
Kellen.
man who is with Holly. What's your name, buddy?
What's your name, Kellen?
Kellen?
Hi, Kellen. I'm Steve. It's great to meet you. What's going on over there, Kellen?
My marble run.
Oh, okay. Can you show us your marble run and talk about it a little bit? Oh, look at that.
Well, first I have a thing where I drop down the marble.
Yeah.
It bounces off that.
Yeah.
It goes down this. It goes down this. Then it goes like that. Then it ramps up there, and then it falls into the water.
Oh my gosh. Kellen, can you show it to everybody one more time? It's so cool. I want everybody to have a chance to see.
All right, so it's going to go down the what?
Is that a pool noodle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them in my makerspace. I love them.
Oh my gosh.
He just wants you to explain it first, then we'll show it, and I'll do it fast. But where are you at? You're at the corner?
Yeah. Then it comes out through here,
Okay, wait, Kellen, wait. So when it hits that corner, we have an outside force that's changing the motion of your marble, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. All right, go ahead.
And then it's gonna what?
And then it goes down this through the paper towels, hits the toothpaste, comes through here, hits the train piece, then it ramps up and falls into the water.
Oh my gosh, Kellen, I am completely impressed.
All right. You're gonna
Very
see.
cool. Thank you so much. Don't take that apart yet. We're going to try and make it even cooler, okay? Okay. How is my friend Natalie doing today? Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
What's going on over there?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Get your thing fixed. You can get it going. Can you get your thing fixed?
So, Natalie, can you tell us about your roller coaster so far? You have to unmute, sweetie.
Mute it yourself.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
So, tell me about your roller coaster.
I use paper, I use tape, and I use two other things: a bottle and a toilet paper.
Very cool. I used almost the same exact things. I have a toilet paper roll right here and the empty bottle just like you, and then we just have different types of paper. Awesome. So who else? And then we're going to take a little 5-minute break in a minute, everybody. It's almost, well, it is that time actually. So Lola or Kaden, would you like to share with us before we take our break? Or Amanda as well? Okay. Oh.
Please.
Hi, Kellen. Okay, everybody. So right now we're going to get out of our chairs, even though Kellen already is, and we're just going to take a little stretch break because it's always good to refocus our minds and get our blood flowing and get our breath rate, pulse up a little bit, and just take a break from our studies. So I'm going to get out of my chair, and I hope you guys will join me too. Okay, so where did everybody go on me? Natalie, it's just you and I. I think Caden's brother is back. Oh, no, there's Kellen and Caden. All right, everybody, let's reach up into the sky like a big, tall roller coaster. Stretch out your arms as high as you can. Very good. Oh, good. We have Mom joining us. We love it. All right, stretch them out and then stretch them out wide. Reach as far to the side as you can. And then start giving some rotation. Feel your muscles stretching and your blood running through. Take some nice, big, deep, long breaths. And exhale nice and slowly. And again, come on, Natalie. Stretch.
Steve,
All right, now, bend
Steve,
it.
you're not moving.
Come on, Owen, you can join us.
Steve, you're not moving,
A
Steve.
little bit.
I don't see you moving.
Back and forth.
I don't see you stop stretching. Stop stretching.
You don't see me stretching, Owen?
I see you stretching. And
Oh,
you're still stretching your arms out.
You should join me because it feels great.
And you're not moving
Okay.
anything.
Now, I think we're almost ready to get back, but one thing I want to share with you that always feels really good, especially when you're thinking a lot on engineering, if you just take your hands and on the back of your neck and under your head, just rub those muscles, and ooh, it feels so good. You get those brain cells really excited and activated. And that feels good. I am ready to do the rest of this class now and make some cool things. So, what else can we do with our roller coasters? Well, I'm going to put some challenges out there to you guys and see what you come up with now. So, I showed you basically how a marble can roll along a path that we make. Unfortunately, we only have a full hour today, so we're down to about 55 minutes. So I'm going to have our speed class version, and I'm going to throw out some challenges to you, and you can pick which one you want to attempt for the second part of our class. I don't know if I said 55 minutes left, but it's actually 25 minutes left. So here are some cool things you can think of. Can you get the famous roller coaster loop-de-loop to work? I see Caden's eyes going like, oh, I think I can do that challenge. So in other words, can you get a marble to have enough kinetic energy to be able to follow a loop and stay on the track without falling off?
You have to go on a really high top speed.
Very good, Owen. You're going to need a lot of kinetic energy, so that would mean starting off very high and getting a lot of speed, right?
And I have just the thing to show you how.
Let me see.
Well, it's downstairs. I have to get it.
Oh, well, go get it, you silly head.
Okay.
Thank you. So here, I made this strip of manila paper bigger so you can see a little bit better. So if I get a marble to enter into this loop-de-loop with enough speed and also with some walls to prevent it from falling off, I might have a loop-de-loop. Here's a different challenge, number 2. What if you could get your marble? Can anybody get their marble to run to the end of a roller coaster and jump through the sky to the next part of the roller coaster?
Oh, that's what I really wanted to see.
I'm going to try and show you that, Owen. First of all, I am going to make a new roller coaster because that's what we do in engineering. I'm done with my other idea and I'm going to work on a new one. And that is my marble jump. Just to see, whenever Owen gives me a challenge, I try to meet it. I have a little cup here. That's going to be a good little ramp support for me. Okay. I'm going to tape that on there. And I'm going to go with the idea first, but I'm already predicting that it's going to come out a little sloppy and not functional at first. But that's fine because I will have something to work with and adjust, because engineers are always testing and evaluating and improving their design. So see, that is not working out so well. So I'm going to change my tape position. I think that's better. Now I'm going to tape to my actual work surface. Okay, now I have like a ramp that's staying still. I'm liking that. And I'm going to give it a nice height here.
Let's see.
also tape down my water bottle because it wants to keep moving around because there's no heavy liquid in it. So I'm taping that down there. You guys can see I have another piece of tape right there. All right, we're getting a little sturdy. Let me see what's going to happen if I drop this marble here. Woo! Little jump there, little jump. Okay, now I have to make a landing for it, right, Owen?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Let me grab a new cup. Let me first see, I have to predict how far my marble will jump, and here we go. Right to about there. So I think if I put my landing about here, it might make it to the other side. So I want you guys to be trying this at home too. You don't have to do the jump or the loop-de-loop, but you can try to make a turn. Can you guys make a turn with your roller coaster?
Yes.
Let's see. I want to see
Well,
your
I
turn.
already have a turn with my roller coaster.
Oh, we didn't get to see it. Can we see Owen? Oh, Owen, is it? You have to attach it to another part, don't you?
Well, I already did, but it broke.
Uh-oh, it's fix time.
It actually
Right,
was
so
a long time ago.
let's see, everybody, what we can do here. Uh-oh, I need a nice soft landing for my marble, so I'm going to tape this side down also. Now, notice this doesn't look so pretty, everybody.
It's going down here.
This, in engineering, we call my prototype or my beta version, because I want to make sure what I'm making functions right and the basic look of it. If
Let's
this
test
works
it.
out nicely and it tests well, very good, Owen, then I can go back and redesign it so I add appearance and artistic skills into my design. So let's see if this works. Everybody watching?
Yeah,
Not
it
quite.
did it, but
Not
it needs
quite.
walls.
I need walls
Steve?
on my slides. And I know I might need some more height here too because it does not have enough momentum. Oh, it almost made it there. Also, it might benefit from being a little less steep a jump.
Steve, look.
Oh, and I love that.
It's a milk bottle handle. You can cut both sides, and then it can be like, you can drop it here, and then it will go through.
Oh, cool. I want to see you use it, Owen.
Okay, but I didn't build anything yet.
Well, why don't you start building because we only have about 15 minutes left together. Oh, I'm getting a good jump here. I need to put walls on my launch and my lander. Oh, wait a second. I already have a nice setup here. I'm going to steal from my original that I made with you guys. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this right under my ramp structure. Actually, I'll cut it in half. I will use half of it for the jump and half of it for the landing. I'm going to put tape on the seam like so. And then I'll use that to keep it attached to the ramp. Perfect. Now my marble will stay on course, hopefully. And now I just need to put the other side over here. I will tape my seams again. Next week, everybody, we're making catapults.
Catapults, I love catapults.
You do?
Yes, they're my favorite thing in the world.
Well, that's what we're building next Wednesday, Owen.
Yes. Daddy, how do we even build catapults? This can be the handle. That's it. So we put, Daddy, watch this. I already know.
Oh, did everybody see that? My jump works. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that time it didn't, of course. See? Close, close, close. There we go. Excellent. So a little bit more help on the walls, and this would keep really on track nicely.
I have to leave because my thing's almost dead.
Oh, okay, Kellen. Can you just show us your work one more time before you leave, and I'll tell you how you can post your pictures to the Tesla website?
Wait, my sister's getting something. So
Okay.
a charger.
Oh, excellent. That's good news.
Come on, it's about to die. It's 11 minutes.
You guys can always sign back in if your battery dies, okay? Now, I have just made another decision to make my receiving ramp wider so I can catch a marble that might fly off to the side. And this is how I would do that. I fold my paper so that it's skinny but fanned out for a big wide landing for my marble. And then if I fit that under here, now I have a big wide landing.
Can you hold this for me? Video. So what I did is I took this cloth too.
Yep.
I put the marble down it and it landed in the water.
In the water?
Uh-huh.
That's so cool, Kellen. Can we see?
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. All right.
Okay. So let's get a good close-up of that, Kellen. First of all, where is the water we're talking about?
In the bowl.
Oh, okay. So it's like a big pool slide.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. 1 second, Lola.
I think you get too much energy here.
Yeah, sometimes, Kellen, we want to make our marbles take longer, so we would have to make our slides a little bit less steep, right?
What if you leaned it back toward the table?
Okay, let's go to Lola. Well, so I have a run and everything,
Yep.
but I lost the ball, so I don't have a ball now.
Oh, no. Here, Lola, take mine. Okay, good. Just use
Because
mine.
all the other balls in the house are too big.
Okay. So,
Yeah! I found where you put the marble. I
excellent.
found it.
No, that was the one I just gave you.
Okay.
All right, let's see it go.
Can you hold it, Mommy? Is that the one she actually? Yeah, it was in the tape thingy, like under the tape. Okay.
That's where it teletransports to from my computer, Lola.
Shelby's out.
Is that it?
I don't know if it works yet though, because I haven't tested it.
So we're all a part of the test evaluation.
Oh, this part I have to.
I think that's just because it's not smooth right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. there was like a little.
Whoa.
Seed.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right, Kellen? All right, let's see.
Oh, there-
Lola's usually very good about her evaluation and improvement stage.
Dad even moved it.
Very cool.
It was supposed to go down here and then through those and then.
Right. So right at that seam or the joint, that's your next room for improvement, right? Yeah, right there. That's awesome, Lola. All right. I want to see if you can get that finished in the next 5 minutes or so, because we're almost saying goodbye.
I'll just keep it in there.
So I'm showing you guys my jump again because I think it has been improved to the point where it works 100% of the time. Let's see, 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4. If I get 5 out of 5, which I did, I can pretty much say to myself, that's a reliable design. So especially when we're working in engineering with stuff like this, you want to come up with a system of when you're evaluating your product, you make a certain level of reliability when you say, okay, it's ready for production. So for me, I just showed you an example of 5 times it worked perfectly, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row without any mistakes. And in my testing for that little phase, that was okay to pass the test for me. Now, while you guys are finishing up your last couple stages, I want to tell you some interesting things you can do for the research stage of our stream activity, because I hope that when you guys leave class today, you still want to play and have fun with your marble roller coasters. So the best place I can tell you to go get awesome, cool examples is YouTube. On YouTube, there's some regular people like you and I who do some really cool marble roller coasters. Some of them have their marble rolling for over 10 minutes long without ever stopping and losing potential energy. Some kids I see on YouTube have a marble that starts upstairs in their household and goes and goes and goes all the way down their stairs and down their basement and out to their backyard. I've even seen one marble roller coaster go under the water in their outside pool. Amazing. And also, there are some famous people who do these also, especially one that I highly recommend, and so does the Tesla Science Center, from a music group called OK Go, OKGO. OK Go is a fun music group that you can look up online, and usually their music videos are big contraptions that involve marble roller coaster type ideas. They're more so like contraptions we name after a famous cartoonist named Rube Goldberg. Rube Goldberg was known for making all crazy contraptions similar to this board game Mousetrap, and it has all different simple machines moving around, tipping over, falling down like the Mousetrap itself, jumping around like this guy here when we hit a lever. And what this guy Rube Goldberg did was he drew cartoons with all these contraptions where they did many complicated steps to get one simple objective complete. For example, if I wanted to turn off the light switch in my bedroom and I wanted to use a Rube Goldberg machine to do it, I would probably set a ball into motion and it would do all these crazy things just like the game Mousetrap does. And then finally, end up maybe with one little simple movement of a lever and click, turn the bedroom switch off. It's a whole lot of extra work to do one simple thing, but it is super fun to play with. So I want to check back in with Natalie. Natalie, can you share with us again?
Okay.
Thank you. What do you have going on there?
So first I made one, which was my earlier one, and I put the ball here and it goes into the plastic bottle.
Oh,
and
it
then I make
actually
a
goes
little-
inside?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, keep going.
I made a little cut at the bottom so that when at the other side I couldn't make a cut and I couldn't make it jump inside the bottle into the next one. So I made a little cut on the bottom so I can take the ball out. And then on the other side, I didn't have paper around, so I used tape and kind of made a shape to curve it. And then I put the ball on the tape and it lands into this.
Oh, what is that? That's so cool.
It's a tape roll thing. And
Oh, I love it. And that traps the marble at the end?
what?
And that traps the marble at the end?
Yes.
Very cool.
So it doesn't keep running.
Okay. Hey, you guys, I want to show you another method that you can use to make a very simple and quick marble coaster. So it's similar to this idea where instead of using slides like I showed you here, you can literally get one panel and I'll call it a wall. So let's say I take and I open up a box, right? And I give myself a little home with a wall, all right? What I could do is simply put, let's see, something like a straw. It doesn't have to be a straw. And I could give it like a track to follow. Okay, so I call this my wall coaster. And what the point is instead of making all these slides like this, I could just simply make a path for my marble to roll down and I could have it go back and forth and back and forth. And it's all in a nice portable box. So I'll keep doing this for a couple minutes so you guys can see. And if you want, you can follow along with me. In the meantime, I want to answer any questions that you guys have because we are running out of time. And also, you guys could always add simple machines to your projects too.
As you can see, just this normal toilet paper.
So watch this. Now I have 2 slides. Oh, it was too fast, so I have to make this part a little bit longer. Easy enough.
Really smart the way you connected all
And
that.
then the paper and that. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Or I could make it shallow, and so it rolls slower. Oh, too big. Definitely need some repairing going on here, folks.
That's cool. Good job, baby.
I have a hot glue gun here because it's just quicker. So if everybody has a pen and paper, I can tell you the Tesla Science Center website and email if you guys want to submit your photos and see your work for the whole world to see. I'm going to try this now. Wish me luck. Okay, you see that? So I could literally go back and forth forever without making all these super duper slides. But I don't want to take too much time on that for you. I just wanted to throw out another cool idea for you to use. You could use any type of box for that. I could even make a whole playground for a marble inside this box. And then when I get to where I want, say school or anything, or a science show, I just unfold it. And inside I have all these cool slides and attractions. one more thing before we go. I know we're running a little late. A simple machine. Let's say, oh, let me show you this whole thing. I have these magnetic gears, right? Check it out. I can make a marble path with these too. And if you were to watch that in slow motion, it would go down here and then get continuously redirected by the different gears. And I could just have one of these right in the middle of my roller coaster if I wanted to, or do whatever. Also, don't forget all the extras you can do with other contraptions, like you could find on things like my favorite game board ever. So unfortunately, we are out of time, but I want to tell you that we would love to see you guys keep exploring the marble roller coaster and see what else you can accomplish with it, and post your pictures to the Tesla Science Center website or the Spur website. You can find them both at thespur.com and teslasciencecenter.org. Your parents should know exactly where to go because they registered you on that same website for our class today. And I really hope to see you guys again next Wednesday. We're going to be having a lot of fun building catapults and shooting things through the air and trying to destroy some handmade castles. So bye for now. Thank
Hello,
you.
everyone. This is Douglas here. Before you check out, I do want to show you a OK Go video now that we are past the time here. If you want to hang around and watch a really interesting video, do hang out with us. We're going to watch it here together as a group. And I also want to tell you, if you're interested in doing a Lego challenge, if you really love Legos, we have a Lego challenge going on right now. And you as a kid, you could win $500 by entering inside of the Lego challenge. So it's a great way to have fun and potentially win a couple extra dollars so you can buy more Legos.
Thank you, Douglas.
Rolling. Ready. And action. All right, let me know when it's safe.
Nothing more lovely, there's nothing more profound than the certainty that all of this will end. That all of this will end. So open your arms to me, open your arms to me. This will be the one moment that matters, and this will be the one thing we remember, and this will be the reason to ignite it, and this will be the one moment that matters. So while the mud reclaims our footprints, while our bones keep looking back, the overgrowth is swallowing the path. Therefore the grace of God go we. Therefore the grace of God go we. Therefore the grace of time and chance and entropy's cruel hands. So open your arms to me, open your arms to me.
So what do you guys think?
It was good.
Very
Do you
cool.
want me to play one more before we head out, or
Oh, please do, Mr. Doug.
sounds good. Let's see.
Do
Give me,
you know about this one called the Rube Goldberg OK Go?
I don't. Was that the one that you just messaged me?
Yes.
Let's play that one.
Oh, you guys are going to love this one. Thank you, Mr. Doug.
Absolutely.
It should be called This Too Shall Pass. Thank you, Doug.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. One of my favorite things about OK Go is that they record those videos live.
That is so cool. Must have taken a lot of shoots.
Only imagine. So Steve, I'll let you take it from here, but I think we're well over into our time.
Of course, and that's always a good sign. That means we're all having so much fun together. Kaden and family, Amanda, Natalia, you guys are still with me, and thanks for hanging out for the extra time. I really hope to hang out again and play with catapults with you guys next Wednesday. So until then, stay healthy and be safe, and thank you for streaming with Steve and the Tesla Science Center and the Spur. You guys have a wonderful week. See you soon.